Good afternoon, viewers. You're still with me, Aji-News from Net TV on this Friday, October 2nd, 2020. For several minutes, I will accompany you to listen to bright news and actual news and latest news about India air crash survival recounts final minutes in plane. A survivor from last week's plane crash in southern Indian state of Kerala has spoken to BBC Tamil about the dramatic moments leading up to the accident and what happened after. We heard the pilot through the speakers. He was saying Calicut land, but his voice disconnected before he could finish the sentence. 2 or 3 minutes later, we crashed. This is how Eugene Yusuf recalls the night of 7 August. He was among 190 passengers aboard an AirAsia Express plane that skidded off the Table 2 top runway at the Kozhikode, or formerly Calicut Airport, in bad weather. The aircraft broke into pieces, killing 18 people, including the 2 pilots. Mr. Yusuf, who was seated at the back of the plane, sustained injuries, but survived. Thanks God, I'm safe and sound. I'm in home quarantine with small injuries in my lips and my hand, but I'm safe now, he said. The incident is India's worst passenger air crash in decades. One official said it was a miracle the toll was not higher. Mr. Yusuf said that about 45 minutes before the plane was due to land, passengers started to putting on their seat belts. But 20 minutes later, the flight was still mid-air, going around in the circles. I thought maybe the bad weather meant the pilot couldn't see the runway to land, he said. Kerala has been in the grips of a severe monsoon, which has wreaked havoc in some parts of state. On the day of the crash, flood in the state's Munars district triggered a massive landslide, killing some 40 people. Dozens more are still missing, feared dead. Everything happened very quickly as the plane descended, Mr. Yusuf said. It was moving very fast and it hit something and crashed, he recalled, adding that he heard the screams and cries of others in the plane. He didn't know until later that the plane had essentially split in the middle due to the impact, breaking into 2 halves. Mr. Yusuf's seat was located towards the back of the aircraft, and he was spared any serious injury. Those at the front were less fortunate. It took almost 20 minutes to exit the plane, he said, adding that he has been under quarantine in his house since leaving airport. My heartfelt condolences for family members who lost their beloved one. What do we know about the crash? Flight 91134 was carrying 184 passengers, including 10 infants and 6 crews, when it attempted to land at the airport Kozhikode. Boeing 737 aircraft crashed at 1940 local time on Friday. Indian media said the pilots could not see the runway during a first attempt at landing due to heavy rain. When they did touch down, the plane is said to have landed 1,000 meters beyond the threshold of the runway, before skidding off and sliding into a ditch. The impact broke the plane in two. Images from the scene showed the fuselage shattered, with the blue seats from the jet scattered along the ground. Kozhikode has a table-to-top airport, a challenge for aircrew during difficult landings, as they typically have steep drops at one or both ends of the runway. Investigators have also found the so-called the black boxes of the plane. India's Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri visited the scene of the crash on Saturday, where he announced the recovery of the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder, which could prove the crew. He praised the lead of pilot and said it was too early to say what the precise cause of the accident was. "We have to be grateful that the casualties are only this much," he added. The aircraft fell 35 feet or 10 meters down and rescue people were able to reach the immediately, cut the body of the plane and retrieve people trapped inside. This is the news I could present to you, and if you have some suggestions and critiques about this program, please visit us at www.net.co.id. Finally, I am and all of the crew of Net say have a wonderful day and see you next time.